take a moment if you'd like to adjust how you're sitting so that it's optimal for practice. Just take a moment to find the position that works for you. When you have found that, come into stillness. You might close your eyes or lower your gaze. Take some moments to feel the movement of the breath. Let that help to collect you. Sensing how you can, with the exhale, let go of tightness or tension. And perhaps scanning a bit through your body to see where there might be tightness, to sense where you might let go a little. And now scanning your life, sense if there's some place you feel emotionally stuck, where you get caught in the coverings and ego reactivity of fear, anger, hurt, shame. See where you get stuck and where you'd like to experience some more insight or compassion, some healing, where you'd like to reconnect with the gold. And it might have to do with relationships or work or health or a struggle with addiction. And it may be something to do with the unfoldings in our larger society. It takes some moments to get in touch with the circumstances that arouse the difficult emotions. And to what is the worst part for you? As if you're watching a movie, stop at the frame where you really sense what's going on when you feel activated, where you feel stuck. We begin with the R of rain, which is to recognize what's going on. And you might mentally whisper the primary emotions that you're feeling. It might be just one or it might be a few. And to sense in deeply, you might ask yourself, what is most asking for my attention right now? The A of rain, allowing, means bringing your attention to what's most difficult and fully letting it be there. It's that willingness to pause and stay present with the life that's here, not pushing it away in any way. You might ask yourself, can I be with this? Can I let this be? Sometimes it can be helpful to coach yourself by saying this too, or yes, or this belongs. So this is about opening to your experience, even when it's uncomfortable or painful. And the more we let it be there, the more we can move into the investigating. In rain, it means bringing an interested, gentle attention to whatever you're experiencing. And again, you might sense the worst part of it. Just ask yourself what most wants attention right now. And you might ask yourself, what's the most difficult or painful thing I'm believing? Is it that I'm going to be hurt? A lot of people are going to be hurt. A lot of people will suffer. Is there a core belief like I'm unlovable or unworthy or failing? Just sense what's there if there's a belief there and what you're believing. And when you're believing that, what emotions it brings up. Again, feeling into the body, fear, anger, grief, shame, whatever's there. Sensing where you feel it the most. Is it your throat, your chest, your belly? A courageous way to have more contact with what you're feeling is to let your face express the feeling and even let your body posture reflect it. You might explore that sometimes when the face is, when it's anger, just tightening the jaw or making fists or letting the welling of sadness be shown in the face. What happens? And sense if it's possible to go right inside where you feel the most vulnerability, where you feel the most stuck, hurting, separate. And sense what is this part most longing for? What does this part most need from you or from some larger source of wisdom and love? Just ask. What's your longing? What's your need? What's your prayer? You might even sense a prayer coming from this vulnerable place, like a mental whisper, saying, please love me, or hold me in love, or hold me with compassion, or forgiveness. Or maybe it's simply, please be with me. Just sense what that part is longing for. And with whatever comes up, you can't do this wrong. All you do is notice it and in some way say, yes, it's okay. We move to nurture. And if you haven't done this before, again, the invitation is to put your hand on your heart and listen. Listen to what's going on inside. You might breathe consciously and even adjust your posture a bit in a way that helps you get in touch with your most awake heart and mind, your high self or future self, or what you might call your Buddha nature. So inhabiting a more evolved expression of who we are, the loving presence, the witnessing, loving presence. And if it's difficult to call on a wise, compassionate self, just sense you're calling on the love and wisdom of another being, a friend, a family member, a pet, a teacher, a spiritual figure. Staying in contact with the vulnerable part, and yet letting it be witnessed and seen and held by something larger. And now offer inwardly the love or acceptance, the forgiveness that might be most healing. Many people find it's powerful to extend that through words, a mental whisper. Perhaps it's a message to that vulnerable place. Trust your goodness. Maybe you're saying, I'm not going away. I'm here. I'm not leaving. Or maybe it's a message of, I love you. And you again feel with the touch of the heart that you're communicating with that touch, perhaps sensing the pressure is very tender, so you're sending warmth and care through your hand. We don't do this much, and yet it's so powerful. Through touch, through words, I love you, I'm listening, I'm here. It's not your fault. Trust your goodness. You might even mentally whisper your name as you offer those messages. And sense what's being offered is received. Let that be the deep intention, to let in the light, the warmth, the love, to imagine it. You might imagine warmth and love flowing through your hand and into your heart, bathing that place with care. Let it wash through you, permeating the most vulnerable part of your being. Can you sense you're the holder and the held, offering and receiving loving presence? Sensing that your spiritual heart truly is holding with profound tenderness your human heart. In after the rain, this is the time to seize any doings and just take some moments and notice the quality of presence, the heart space that's emerged, and relax and let it fill you. Get familiar with it. This gold, this sea of presence is your home, your true home. The more you're familiar, the more you can find the pathway back home again. And if you're feeling some new or residual difficulty, that's completely natural. Offering this to your acknowledgement, your care, holding what arises, your human heart with your spiritual heart. And in these moments, you might ask, what is the sense of my being, of who I am? How has this shifted from when I began the meditation?